Hello, I am Michael Lighten, writer of science fiction and poetic works. I am reading a chapter from one of my work so that you can hear how the writing flows and see if you have interest. My works are all futuristic so far, except for some poetry. Two-volume set called Care Teachings for a New World. This reading will consist of Earth Talker, Volume 3. Before that, it was 1 and 2. So I don't have to go through certain. I'll do the prologue. As Drab, the Earth Talker, investigates, many begin to die fast. Are the deaths a fluke of nature or something evil? Scientists worldwide unite to stop the citizens from dying. But can they do it before the Earth's population faces obliteration? I'm gonna go past the author notes because that's elsewhere. Chapter 1. But it starts and ends with humanity, Mars said. We all have the blood of humans in us. We call ourselves Fumin, Polaris, Bofu, or Fubo, now the Blues. We survive through the blood of humans. The Phases are the only species who do not have human blood. Blue battles. Han, formerly Hannibal, Missouri. I had recently turned 22 years of age and came from a distant star called Phase. A mishap of rockets and bombs destroyed it some years ago. My name is Jan, and this is the third volume of stories from the Earth Talker series. Earth Talkers can connect to many past events. Some, like my wife, can't see the future. We try to use this ability for the good of the earth, most of us, anyway. I am not perfect. Two have unfortunately died by my hands. One a terrorist who shot our bus down and tried to kill us all. The other man attacked me in the bathroom to silence me about a truth that he exposed anyway. I shot the first man twice and hit him both times. I punched the second man in the chest, killing him. I'm not proud of these deaths. They haunt me. But through counseling, prayer, and patience, I strive to do better. Those events happened 2 years before, but with the New Times Council watching for dates, I can't post a year of these events or I'll get a stiff fine. You wonder how the New Times Council find individuals for non journalistic writing. Of course, they check all our writings, songs, and even artwork. We allow this due to the horrors of cataclysmic events over 170 years ago. They call stagnation the minds of the fourth generation of inhabitants. Commerce and all projects with citizens and governments stagnated. Growth halted until the formation of the NTC. They had gained great power to check all documents after cataclysmic events. This was to prevent the terror of those dates from haunting humankind again. I work for Earth Talker, a merger of two companies, Better Earth for Us All, BEFUA, and Earth Talker, LLC, ETL. We work to identify companies that engage in illegal waste dumping. Then we use the proceeds to cover our costs. We accepted donations from those who believed in our cause. We also receive cash and credit from local and regional banks. We usually make a profit by mid-year. Some bad publicity from Chief Lau and Manager Shah was due to misappropriation of funds. They stole money and authorities placed them in jail. The authorities sentenced the chief to 5 years, which he served. The court sentenced Shah to 8 years, but she served only five, with 3 years probation. She had 1 year to stay out of trouble, and she would be home free. We found our new HQ in downtown Han, once Hannibal Resort. We connected our building to an underground parking lot. It was an air hub at the top and ground vehicle parking below. It was a mix of activities from day to night. I enjoy interacting with many citizens of various races. The change from colorful robes to silver suits that sparkled or glowed in the dark has stumped me, like the couple who walked past me with lights that flickered. They smiled, and I smiled as Tipped, my wife, touched my arm. She had golden hair and pink skin, that blemish from the ongoing heat wave. She did wear a silver outfit. What the world has come to, I asked. You're out of sync with the times, Jab, she nudged me. Get with the program. Never, I said. Barrett has your suit for you. Custom made, she reminded. Barrett was one of the agents of ETL who designed these weird outfits. I'm not doing it, I said as I looked down at my green and black robes tied with yellow ties. I like what I'm wearing. So stubborn, she nudged me, then peered at her blue and pink Viphone on her wrist. Looks like Zara called me with an urgent message. I stopped and saw Zara, a 27-year-old human. Her blue electronic face showed. She had prominent gray eyes and alien features, and a large head and strong neck muscles. What's so urgent, Zara? Tempt asked. I then saw her mother with her face down at the dinner table, dead. My mother's dead, Zara said. Then her eyes turned to me. You already knew that. Tempt turned to me, stunned, as I tried to collect my thoughts. You knew she was dead and you didn't tell me? Tempt asked, disappointed. I only saw the image when she called. It just became a past experience, I admitted. Tempt seemed to accept my answer as she flew over to our house and buzzed Lotan, my brother, now babysitter. Lotan was a quiet human, the son of Mars the First and Pinkle Adol. He had tan skin, a large head, and gray prominent eyes. He wore loose gray and beige clothing. He smiled as the reception clarified. How are the little ones doing? Tempt asked. Playing in the middle of the floor. He panned the camera to Chaylis, human, and Tess, Bofu. When are you people arriving? I have a previous date. In a moment. We must make an emergency stop, and we should be by shortly, Temp said. We should make it in time for your date, I said. You already know who she is, Lotan said as his eyes blinked in recognition. Your secret is safe with me, I said. When she blinked the screen, I kept looking forward, but since her eyes on me, I turned, confused. What? I asked. Oh, you want to know who his date is. What part of your secret is safe with me? You don't understand. I'm human and I have my ways of finding out. So you should tell me now. Save yourself the trouble of being secretive, she said. I believed her, but did not relent the information she desired. Moments later, near the outskirts of Ham, Temp landed in a green, gold, and white aircraft. The manufacturer recalled the former car due to bad door bolts. When we climbed out, Zara met us on the front lawn. Air cars landed there, connected to a walkway. that led to the three-storied mansion. She hugged, tempting me, and we crept for the front door, careful not to make any noise. What happened, Zara? Tempt asked. She died, Zara said as she dropped tears. We were all eating dinner. Then she was gone. A blue door slid over with a hum as medical personnel removed a body covered in a gray tarp. Behind them stood Lane, the husband of Sheila and the father of Zara. He was distraught, and it showed up on his red marked face and black eyes. He tried to contain his agony. Then he hurried to me. Earth Talker Jab, he gestured to the gray tarp. Can you tell me what happened? I don't know, I said, hesitant. Zara touched her father to silence on him. Dad, she said, he doesn't know. But deep down, I sensed she called us so I could get involved. The authorities made the medical personnel stop, and I stared at the gray bag. I sighed to collect my thoughts. I reached forward for a better connection. I became immersed in the last moments of Sheila without delay. They talked about their plans for a picnic in a park a few blocks away. Then Sheila felt her chest and dropped her head on her plate. I stepped away as tears fell from my eyes, as Lane walked close, eyeing me for answers. Well, Lane asked. I saw a smaller heart that erupted like a burst balloon. It caused a cascade of blood to flow in the body, and with the system having shut down, I spoke in a whisper. Zara stood with her hands over her face as tears fell. I stepped further back, not sure how I could be of further help. The medical staff saw an opportunity. They zipped her body in a gray tarp and put it in a black vehicle. That was chapter 2 of volume 3. I hope you enjoyed that. I have also in the work the case, the forgotten case of rain and communications and love. This is on Amazon.com, GooglePlaybooks.com, and Drafted Digital. Connect to Barnes and Noble and Apple Books. Audio narrative, audio na- it's called auto narrated. Yeah, we pronounced that right. That's with Google Playbooks, and it's about 99 cents. You'll get the full store. So this is Michael Lighten, and I will connect with you in the next audio.